Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the PMAOWL. We are back with Season 13, Week 1, Game 2, tonight between the Turbo Feeders and Man I Love Frogs. With me in the booth is Reformed S13, BBBBBBBB, Blue, pick your favorite name, and that Dan guy running cams, Blue. Other than having to deal with playing Overwatch with me for the last 2 hours, how are you doing?
Pain.
From playing with me for 2
School.
hours?
No. Just
Oh.
just from procrastinating schoolwork, you know.
Bro, same.
I have about like 17 different assignments due like last 2-3 weeks. I have like a paper that was due like a month and a half ago.
Oof, I feel that.
Yeah.
It's that kind of semester, you know?
Mhm. I was doing so well too. It was
Happens.
so good.
Well, luckily we can put that homework off a little bit more. I also have some homework to do tonight, but we can put it off just a bit more and focus on some Overwatch. What more could you possibly need?
Sleep. I
So-
actually didn't sleep.
I don't, it's a new season, so I don't really know who's on what teams. So I'm just now learning as I look at the custom game, like who's on these teams and what they're playing. Are they in order yet? Is this confirmed order?
Is this tank DPS support or is this DPS tank support? Wait.
I think we're officially tank deep support now. I just don't know if
Tank
they're in
deep
order.
support. Okay.
Knowing most of the folks in this lobby, I'm gonna say that this is definitely tank DPS support. With,
I
Lunchbox
don't
DJ.
know Two Pump or Lunchbox. Lunchbox is new.
No,
it's
Two Pump is
colored.
Charles.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's
Yeah.
tank first.
Changing
your name every season.
Wubs. You know, I miss last season, so there are some faces that I remember casting but don't actually like know.
Mm.
But then there are some new faces, like I don't know who. I've played with Professor AJ, but are they new or are they old new?
AJ is a newcomer from outside of Fun Alpha. From Japo and Shaka Khan and the like. One of
they're
their
OD,
teams.
right? Open
yeah,
division?
I think so.
I remember.
They're in another league anyway.
Yeah, what a wild ride that. Oh my god, I remember when I did that. Anyways, so are we starting on Busan?
Bussin'.
Bussy. Bussin'.
Starting on Busan.
Bussin'. Damn. Thank God, in between last season and this season, TikTok gave me an even better Busan joke to make.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
let's
we're
see who
starting
the
Busan.
oh, it's Mecha Base.
Mecha.
Mecha Base.
So, in honor of the first Mecha base game that I'm casting all season, Blue, Dan, what is your favorite mecha anime? That's fair. That's a bit of a hot take, but I'll take it.
Mecha and wait, I don't know, but the most recent mecha anime I watched was Darling the Franks or whatever.
Franks. Well,
yeah.
It's a good show, but yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Those are fair. Those are reasonable. Eureka 7. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. It's it's good. I feel like the easy answer, so that people will be like, "Oh yeah, that show's so good," is to just say Evangelion, but that'd be disingenuous of me.
I think Attack on Titans was my favorite.
My favorite mecha anime.
yeah.
No,
I mean, there's
made that
giants, and
joke.
then there's mech-y related things.
Like honestly, no spoilers, but there were a couple times where there were shots where I genuinely looked at my girlfriend and was like, "This is just a mecha anime." Like,
Okay, so we're coming out with the Rhine Diva from I forgot their name. Man I Love Frogs, I think.
man,
Yeah,
I love frogs. Yep,
and-
that is MILF.
Turbo Feeder is with the Zarya.
Yeah, so not shocked to see Charles on the. Oh, interesting. Sauce Boss kind of stuck behind that wall there, but still getting a kill out of Fox M while he's there. Manages to stay alive through that little crack in the wall.
There's a very good wall from Professor AJ, but Lodolus had a pretty fat anti-nade that Two Pump Chump was not able to eat. But they still wait.
Man, I love
No.
Frog's pretty much taking point right away and holding on to it.
I'm sorry. That lunchbox was not able to cleanse. That is my bad. Oh,
Yeah.
Wubs.
New season, gotta get used to names again.
Yeah, sheesh. Wub just walks in, kills Toaster and just yeets out. Now they are holding a forward position, which is really good.
Yeah, I like holding here, especially with like Charles being on Diva and being as confident as he is on Diva.
Yeah.
It's nice holding up. He can push up and just shift out if things get saucy.
Yeah. They are now. Feeders
Nice
are moving,
rotation
but
for
they were.
Oh, and a huge wall gets Feeders on the point before Man, I Love Frogs can rotate. Still, Zoloft and Fox both finding kills. Feeders able to find the point though, so gonna get a couple ticks, but Fox M and Sauce Boss gonna clean things up here and take the point right back in favor of Man, I Love Frogs. Wilsonator realizes that all hope is lost and just yeets himself.
Smart idea. Stalling is not really that useful in this instance.
Yeah, absolutely. That, you know, you take that 10%, you
Yeah.
regroup.
Trying to. They didn't use ults, so they can bank and have a quicker team fight. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm running on like
really
an hour.
close to a shatter, probably looking to get it. Oh, but the Blizzard comes out before he's able to. Doesn't seem to catch anybody. Wubs finds 3 off of a Nano Blade before the Blizzard is able to freeze him. That's gonna force Feeders back into spawn one more time.
It was a pretty smart play, aside from the fact that they didn't have beat. So if they had beat to stall the time of the Dragon Blade, you know, just like ripping apart your team, then they would have made. Ooh, now they did use.
Smart. Oh, just kind of yeeting the dragons there from Fox M, which makes sense. They don't really have any ults to hold everyone in place, so just trying to get the damage where he can. Doesn't find anything. Asian Music Man is able to touch, but not able to cap. Gets taken out by 2 Pump Chump. Oh, Big Shatter's going to take down 2. Doesn't find any kills out of it right away. And actually, Professor AJ getting a couple freezes that could be big there, but 2 Bump Chump finds 3 with the Diva ultimate. Now it is just Mana War and Professor AJ on point, but they're both going to go down, and overtime is going to give us the first map to Man, I Love Frogs.
Props to Sauce Boss in the middle of it all, too, for blocking that shatter. Got kept alive by the immortality field of Zoloft, just enough, and then 2 Pump Chump with the big bomb to clean up that fight.
Spicy.
It was a very good hold by I Love Frogs. Yeah. They were able to get a lot of picks before the fight, or like do a lot of damage to their, you know, the tanks. So they were able to just push in and really clean up very quickly. Sorry. They're going. Both teams are pretty much going with the same comp, except for Wilsonator is going on the Baptiste, which provides a little bit more utility than the Ana, more AoE healing, and the immortality field is always, you know, broken.
I can dig that.
Also, the
and
ultis.
Fox choosing the McCree instead of Hanzo, which, I mean, you know, viewer's choice, I guess, at that point.
Oh.
Now, oh, okay, they're able to get there. Professor AJ almost capped the point there, but Fox M able to take him down. Asian Music Man actually finds a stun kill onto Zoloft, and not having that BAF could be huge here. Man of War takes advantage of it, takes out Wilson, or takes out Sauce Boss. Asian Music Man takes out Fox M, and it looks like we might get our first team fight win from Turbo Feeders as Professor AJ takes out Wubs, but Wubs not going to go down without taking one body with him. Oh, and 2 Pump Chump finds 2 with the remake.
Our first remake kill of the league, and it's a double!
Has the remake been buffed yet? Was that the 250 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Like, just why?
Buff too strong, man.
Because it's a mech falling from orbit. Like,
Yeah,
theoretically, I see
but
why, but from a competitive standpoint, like, why?
Just why? Like, why?
Because we had to make grab remake play.
Running up and
like if we want.
Oh, Purple finds Toast Oven. High Noon coming from somewhere. I don't actually see. Oh, it's just on low ground. Doesn't find any from the high noon. Oh no, it's still going on. Fox still has the high noon going. Now he uses it. Doesn't find any from it, but the team wins the fight, able to maintain control. Man, I love Frogs.
Was able to use less ults with more efficiency. And I was saying, like, come on, man, like if like, oh, a mech falling from the sky, yeah, Genji's supposed to use his sword. It's like his whole shtick, but no, we only get to see it every you know, whenever he charges up his ult. Like,
yeah, fair.
My immersion is gone.
The canon of Overwatch will never be the same.
Yeah. Sauceboss was able to take out Twister of it? Oh my gosh. Sauceboss was stunned out of Earth Shatter, but Zolov was able to...
You hate to see it, but they're still able to turn it around. I mean, Sauceboss gets stunned out of the Earth Shatter, but Charles and Fox are like, okay, doesn't bother me. Find 2 kills each and turn the fight around. And so I'm gonna be honest, I'm better than I once was, but still not good enough to understand why that keeps happening. Like what can turbo feeders do to convert those interrupts into team fight wins instead of just sort of losing?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, even there, that could have been a pretty big grab, but did it get deflected? I think that grab got deflected.
Yes. Wubbs walked up and held it in his face the entire time, and Lunchbox shot it right at the very end. He almost had the timing down to miss it, but just a little bit too soon.
Because I was trying to rack my brain about like how the Zarya looked like she was in Grav, and then I'm like, oh god, wait a minute.
The Zarya is in Grav.
Oh no, Wubbs with our first pot G of the evening starts out with a clean Nano Blade, gets Asian Music Man, Toaster, Man of War, Lunchbox DJ. Very spicy.
I think so. The main difference between, you know, the two teams' comp is
80% KP. Good lord.
Is the D.Va, and I think if you look at it, I personally like the D.Va a lot more than the Zarya because just more utility.
Fair.
She did get. I think she got. Did she get buffed? I think did her boosters go through?
I don't believe so. I think it was just the mech.
It was just the mech. See, like, why? You're not even giving her good buffs. It's just some random Pepega meme BS.
Turbo Fedders.
Who spelled feeders? Yeah, that's how it was spelled at the draft. Like, is that
Turbo
that
Fedders. Well, it's supposed to be Turbo Feeders, but you know, it's we're going for continuity sake, you know. This was in the draft, and we're going for the match.
Oh my. You know, to answer your question from earlier though, Keegan, I think one of the things that Turbo Fedders are having an issue with is the duo of Foxem and Wubbs. That either one of them left unchecked is going to run over a team. And what's happening is that Wubbs, especially on the Genji there, is getting to dash through the team in a really opportune time, pick up a kill, dash back out. They use a bunch of cooldowns on him, or he pulls a ton of attention, and it's giving Foxem a lot more space. Or you see Foxem start to take an off angle. From there, you know, he gets to just pour in a bunch of damage. People turn for him. Now Wubbs gets to turn onto, you know, the back line or get a little bit more free roam for poke. And like that combo, I think, is one of the things that are giving Turbo Feeders a bunch of problem. And then couple that with, you know, Two Pump Chump has been playing on the D.Va all night. So thus far, that provides a bunch of peel. You can DM, you know, that Genji as he dashes through the whole team to make sure he doesn't get, you know, say a stray flashbang and get out alive. And it's providing a lot of utility like throughout the entire team, that as one person plays better, it allows the next person to play better without even having to necessarily intentionally synergize. They're giving each other a lot of good opportunities so far.
Yep.
Yeah, what he said.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. I'm like kind of dying because I haven't slept, and so I was like watching, but I wasn't really. I was looking, but I wasn't watching, or like like my brain wasn't processing any of this map, and I was just like, ah, yes. What you see is what
Understandable.
I say. Smile.
Understandable. We're all a little rusty, let alone sleep deprived. So.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, like what I noticed is like Wubbs was able to Wubbs is I think the highest SR player in the league right now.
I believe you are correct.
Active.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. 'Cause
Wobbs was the first pick.
Yeah. Because I know, bless his heart, Miles isn't in. Sad, but yeah. Wubbs is definitely the highest, and he's definitely the strongest. Pretty sure he's the only Masters DPS player.
Yes. And I think we're seeing a lot of what we talked about in the draft, at least in the captain's chat. I don't know if this is what they were talking about on the stream, but like we expect John's team to be really strong. He had a great draft, and we expect John's team to rely a lot on their DPS line because they got Wubbs, who's like the highest ranked DPS by a pretty wide margin and highest ranked in the whole league, and Fox M, who's just a damn good DPS. Like,
yeah,
it
was
like
it's really good because like Two Pump Chump is known as a very good DPS. I mean, sorry, not DPS. A tank player, especially on like the Diva and the Zarya. And then Fox M is always a very solid player, and Wubbs is I new player, but if you look at stats, they should be having a lot pumping out them stats, right? And then you got like Zoloft, who is known for their Baptiste, which does fit into the comp that they want to play. And so like they have a very solid team of like if they rely on their DPS to either like win duels or allow their tanks to play around their DPS, so like have their tanks support their DPS in order for them to make the plays.
Yeah.
It's a little like yes, you're gonna be hard carried by your DPS, which is a little not as not efficient. Concrete, reliable, I think.
It's not as consistent of a way to get carried.
I only say this because like you need a like hard skill gap in the DPS in order for you to do that. But like, if you're like slightly better in the tanks, or like, if you're like solid in the tanks and then have like a pretty good DPS, I'm talking from like season 10. Like my team, we had really solid DPS, one good DPS, and another who was just a mystery box. He either popped off or just he was just very annoying, and so like that's how we were able to like beat other teams. And so like I feel like this team is sort of like that, except this is more DPS centered. So I think there's going to be a lot of
there's going to be a lot of people trying to play around it too. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are like, all right, we know, if we face MILF, then their DPS is what we're dealing with, right? Like, don't feed Charles and don't lose to the DPS.
You know what I never would have expected though is Fox M on Doomfist. Is this real?
They're on attack, so who knows? Well, 5-4. It looks like he's running out with it.
Wow.
Yeah,
And we're gonna get the close hold.
Oh, they're going to try the well, this isn't the cur. This is a. The comp is good. I always like to take the Diva over the Zarya, but ooh, Wubbs gets Asian music, man.
Oh my God, Wubbs just finding kill after kill, clicking on heads just like you would expect.
Yeah, unfortunately, they were able to get a really solid win from the wall, and they just allowed Wubbs to be able to like go on like a slight off angle and just like click the heads, and so or like do the damage that they need.
What I'm really looking forward here though is when Asian Music Man decides to go ahead and take the Widow duel. I expect it to happen because up until Wubbs had joined was definitely our resident Widow master, so I'm very curious to see that one happen.
That was a huge shot from Fox M. Just clean. And I mean, momentum certainly plays a part, but you look at the kill feed, and it's just two pump chump, Fox M, Wubs, Fox M, 2 pump chump.
It's like as I was saying, just fucking just the DPS, like the tanks provide space, DPS take space, and just running away with the fight. It's they need so team comp wise, like yes, feeders.
Oh, there's some momentum back though. Man-O-War survives through the shatter, then drops a fat one back. Is it enough though?
Actually, it is not, because even if they did win the fight, if they lost like just 2, not even as right now, but like if they only lose 2, they still would have lost because the respawn's just too quick.
Oh, he gets a third one of the map. So Professor AJ makes a tough call there, stuck in ice block, trying to leave before getting staggered. Goes ahead and triggers the ice block actually, which then let Fox M and 2 Pump Chump just stare him down and get the mega stagger on him with that mech kill.
Yeah, I think since you are May, all you want to do is stall the payload, not stall yourself. Ooh, Toaster Oven just ults into 2 Pump Chump's eat. They do invest a lot of ults. Feeders doesn't invest a lot of ults here. It was
Into the folder.
Wubs gets the headshot on Lunchbox. Asian Music Man does trade, but like the alt economy does swing a little bit towards the favor of MILF.
Little.
But
What? I mean,
as long as they are able to, as long as feeders are able to get what they need. Ooh.
Yeah,
That's a really good move.
That displacement of Sauce Boss was huge.
Yeah, if only Man of War was up there to like contest that high ground, he would have been able to follow up with the shatter. Even if he did do it with the very nice wall. This is a very classic way of countering the Baptiste field.
Oh my God, Fox just hopping off behind that though.
Yeah, the Baptiste window, aka garage door, aka IMAX theater, aka freaking firing squad. It's just you don't want to face it. You're gonna die.
You just don't. Yeah. And ooh, big shatter could be coming up here. He's looking for it. He decides
The
not to
fade away. Diva does get frozen. Oh, Wubs is up there. There's nobody to contest that, and yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a
very good male team. They do need to get the lamp, but they aren't able to get it before the male expires and kill anybody.
Yeah.
That
Turbo Feeders had one really nice hold on that second point there, but as soon as they got that momentum back, we had that garage door with Fox M, and momentum was immediately back in favor of Milk.
Now Fox M
like
gets a lunchbox. Oh, that is tragic.
Lightning round. Toaster Oven had the grab at the very end of that stall. 4 coming back from spawn. Do you throw it?
I think you should have thrown it with the male T. I think it's always a really reliable combo, and not doing it I think was their mistake. This is a very early window. I don't know why they would opt to do this. The Reinhardt is not even inside. He's not even contesting the space. This is a really bad play by Feeders because they're just giving all this space. And what they should have done is they should have windowed the long area.
That's a big.
Or the bend.
Could be huge, especially with the wall to block them off. Don't find the kills though. Big lamp from Zoloff keeps him from getting any kills. Toaster and Fox trade off, but a lot of ults coming out here from Wubs and Fox M. Both find 2 kills. 2 Pump Chump cleans it up with the 5th one, and Wilsonator just says, all right, fair enough.
It was a really cheeky play by Sauceboss in order to he knew where the Reinhardt Man of War was shielding, and so he wanted to try and charge. Man of War does get Wilsonator, but wasn't able to. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Lotus, but wasn't able to get the kill. The male team was a little less than ideal, and their feeders. Sorry, wait, no. Milf was able to cap point.
Yeah, Frogs indeed. But I mean, I gotta say, for a minute 33 left in the bank, it's a lot less than it could have been with the way first point went. Like first point, like you get the whole close guarantee 2 fights, and that was all they guaranteed. You know, it was pretty much a stagger off the bat because you saw Wubbs find 2 or 3 picks just on the re-entry. So definitely not out of this one yet.
I think it's just like what I've noticed from this map especially is that Frogs are just using they're just using less ults more efficiently.
Fair.
And so if feeders do want to turn this around, they're gonna need to figure out a way to, I think honestly, just like figure out their Frogs' weakest players and try to exploit that.
Fair. Yeah.
They can either do that or try to pool more resources into their carries, which ball is always good, especially on this map for snipers. I always love playing ball because it's able to get onto them and survive and kill them, or make them useless. But that's just me. I love ball.
Switching off to the Tracer at the last second. Oh, but gets bopped by FoxM pretty early there. FoxM finding AJ as well.
I gotta say, Asian Music Band's upset about that one. He was like 3 bullets off the 1 clip.
He almost got the 1 clip. Yeah, it was so close. That's a feels bad, but
heads up switch though. Widow's not gonna do anything in that frontline brawl. I mean, I guess we saw Wubbs pop off on it, but I mean,
super
things.
smart switch. Totally the right call. Totally played it solidly. Just got
Yeah, if you are doing the close hold, you if you're on offense, Widow is allowed because you can always switch really quickly.
Right.
But on defense, it's a lot harder to do that, and it's not advised. So while Widow is better on the rest of the first point, it is really bad on close holds.
Still trying to break their way out of spawn. Turbo Feeders haven't quite found it yet. Did see the window already come down from Zoloft in this fight. And now the lift. And Toaster Oven finds a couple.
Ooh, both supports. That is very, very good for the side of feeders. They just need to focus. Yeah. So now, Wubbs and Lodolus.
Yes, Lodolus. Or Lods.
Lods. Okay, I'm just gonna call them Lods. Lods were able to get their. Actually, everybody on the side of Frogs was just able to get their ults. Except, I mean, Zoloft already used theirs, so there's that, and they're already on the 40% already. Yeah. Yeah, here it comes. There's no answer, and he's just going to slice and dice everybody to pieces. Gotta love that. The unfortunate thing is, on the side of feeders, the only counter would be a really well-timed Earth Shatter or Graviton.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta grab it, or I guess maybe flashbang it and have everybody shoot him. But that's a little.
You need to be like 6, like 1 mind, 6 bodies, type of stuff to do that. But yeah, on the side of feeders, the only counter would be, Toaster Ovens, Graviton.
Oh, some good picks there. Wilsonator picking up 3 or 4 in that fight.
Oh, the classic Wilsonator. Very good on the Moira. Always gets a few kills. Frogs are conceding the first point, but they are able to grab everybody and recontest pretty early. for this fight.
Alt economy firmly in the hands of the feeders for now, though.
Yeah, but Wubs and Lods are going to have their combo very soon. See how they are able to just farm it. Okay, another very good ulti, but Zolov did have a very good immortality field. And feeders weren't able to break it as soon as possible.
Fight kind of descending into a little bit of just
I mean,
scrappy
Fox
madness
is
right now.
It's just ridiculous. Oh, I didn't know you could slide in that little gap there. That's super good to know.
You can also climb those towers if you didn't know.
That I knew. I didn't know you could slip in there. That's smart.
Are you talking about the boilers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can climb from low ground to high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know that there was a gap between the boilers and the walkway where you could, like, sneak.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Asian Music Man sleeping and gets absolutely
Oh,
executed.
the eat on the pulse bomb as well. Another one for the folder of 2 pump jump.
Oh wow. Kosterven had a really good repositioning with his ulti. He was able to ulti right in front, get 3, and then come through the side, and was able to grab a really good position in order to just throw his spheres. Yeah. And was able to do a lot of damage and well, pretty much create space for his team to his Reinhardt to just run in. Wubs was able to flashbang and headshot. Oh, gets 2. That gets traded. If you do look at the time, they are pretty even on the timeline, I think. But it's just, I don't think they're going to be able to push us easily as.
It's definitely doable if feeders don't get bogged down on this sort of streets phase of third, which tends to be the normal
They're kind of
choke point,
C9ing though.
Slowly but surely progress. I mean, winning the team fight one on cart, it is what it is. They're going to be pretty close at this rate for a final fight opportunity. If Manowar can hit a fat shatter or toaster oven, looking to charge up that lift yet again for the Rabbinic Flux.
Yeah, so in cases like these, it's always good to have only one person, because the difference between having one person or 3 people aren't really that extreme. It's only when you get to like the very close to the very end where you want to have more people, because you don't need to take as much space as before. Oh my gosh!
Huge shatter.
Huge. Oh boy.
And that shutting down that push there might be enough of a shutdown to stop the momentum completely and keep them from capping that.
Yeah, it's
Might not
pretty
be-
easy moving with the payload up to the end of point 3, but it's very hard to get back into a position without taking damage, using a lot of resources. So yeah, like both supports are almost dead, and now it's really hard to grab the space in order to push the payload forward without it being contested. Like right before the bridge is a very, very unfortunate spot to be in.
Wilsonator finding 2 with that ult, though. That's huge. Asian Music Man following up with another Professor AJ, able to find the shot on Sauce Boss, and it's looking like this is possible.
Wilsonator
already happening. AJ needs to find some more kills.
Wilsonator is so mad. So Wilsonator got what I think 3 with the coalescence, and then faded into the room where Lods and Fox M were, and literally got screwed by trying to do the quick throw of the Moira orb, and it just didn't go out, or he would have killed Lods. Probably could have then helped up the tank to get rid of Fox M and walked it in. Unfortunate.
Oh, that's a tilter. That's so frustrating, man. Ooh. A really good effort by Turbo Feeders, but ultimately, MILF takes it.
I think they started to click. I think things
Yeah,
are
yeah,
starting
yeah.
to click there.
This was definitely a much better showing by the side of turbo feeders, but it was just very unfortunate that yeah, this is the thing that just stopped. Oof. I think the bomb was a little bit much, but you know, hindsight 2020. It was a good combo, but I think the Nano Reinhardt, you should either like shatter Nano Rein or just shatter bomb, but in the end, it worked on their worked out in their favor. But yeah, like there was a much improvement from Turbo Feeder's defense to their offense.
Looks like
Wait.
we're headed to Volskaya.
Is that the map order?
Yes,
Really?
that is correct.
We're
We
gonna
played it. We played
we're
it
gonna
out
have
of order last night.
2 CP before hybrid?
Yes.
Where can I call the manager?
He was in this call.
I like to file a complaint. Well, I mean, I guess it's understandable, you know. At least we don't get to see scrims row every single game. 10-10 draw. What?
Volskaya, more like Drawskaya.
Oh, 10-10 draw. Okay. I understand.
Oh, also, Steck is no longer in this call. I thought Steck was in this call.
No, Steck did, like, at the very beginning.
Fair enough. Just running lobby.
Oh, is he? I
So,
Oof.
I noticed Toaster Oven playing the Sigma seemed like he was getting more value. It seemed like he was staying alive longer, getting to put out a little more damage. And
Than the
with
Zarya?
that, yeah, then with the Zarya, just because of, well, maybe not putting out more damage, but at least staying alive a little more. It seemed like he was a little more comfortable taking space on the Sig than he was on Zar. I'm curious if that keeps up here onto Volskaya or not.
Well, it's kind of like it's the reason. It's like the reason of why you pick either Diva or Zarya, right? Like for Zarya, as long as you can stay alive, you're definitely much better than a Diva. But the Diva provides more immediate
Right.
benefits, I
Yeah,
guess.
she has more of an immediate impact, right? If
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
alive, she can just eat damage. But with Zarya, if you stay alive over time, you become almost the highest DPS in the game.
Yeah, and so that's why it's like that's why I think Sigma is a lot better, because Sigma is this anomaly of which he can pretty much fit into any single comp that you want, because he has a shield, he has a eat, he has a stun, he has range damage, his ult is nuts, like everything you could want in a tank you have. So like, and also, like I said, you know, he has a eat, he has a stun, so like pretty much everything that you want from a diva, you have on Sigma,
Mm-hmm.
except you know,
So
more variation, less eat.
yeah, a little bit less predictability, right? You know, you have to land that shot perfectly to manage to get the grab eat on Sig or something. Whereas Diva, you've got what is it, 10 meters of range to do it in?
It's still nerfed though.
I know.
Bring it back.
Dude,
No,
I was
actually,
so
don't bring
salty.
it back. Don't bring it back.
No, don't.
No matter how much I would love to literally just eat everybody's ult, don't bring it back. That was too broken. Honestly, while Diva has gained more kill potential, it's definitely lost its utility from pre-rework. Such a stupid hero that time.
Wubs wins the
Anyways.
Tracer duel early.
Ooh. Asian Music Man is able to get both supports on the and a tank.
Oh, it's go time. Hit the button.
Oh, wow. Giving ample space. And they side of Frogs, they were just not prepared for this Pharah. Or Pharmacy actually.
Yes,
that is
indeed.
now Foxham is switching over to the Ashe. Respectable.
All right.
Asian Music Man giving Wubs a little wave there after winning a long battle against the
And that's
Tracer.
exactly what you want, right? Like if you're turbo feeders here coming off of 2 losses, feeling like the momentum is against you,
Look at
that
Asian.
kind of super quick cap just puts so much of the ball in your court.
Oh, couldn't find the sneaky pick from the far in the back line, and now dies with Barrage. No.
Yeah, I don't know. The Mercy wasn't with the Pharah.
Mercy
For a
went back to
portion of that.
point when Asian Music Man went for the long flank.
Yikes! Wubs just able to assassinate the Mercy and the both sports. I was able to get another kill off of that too.
I think that's just down. That fight just comes down to a little bit of maybe over-aggression, maybe miscommunication, something like that. That the team just wasn't quite all on the same page for the side of the turbo feeders there. Needed to be a little bit more calm, cool, collected. Because like you said there, it leaves Lunchbox DJ hung out to dry if it doesn't have Asian Music Man to kind of run away to.
No.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to, have the beam on the Pharah, but you just need to be with them. So I don't know why they split so hard.
Oh, another pulse bomb gets eaten. Pulse shatters look like they were blocked there.
Yes, I believe so.
I believe Mana Wars got blocked by the Sig Shield. Or no, Star Splash got blocked by the Sig Shield, if I'm not mistaken.
I was not paying attention that closely. Brain.
Brain don't go
Oh.
burr.
Brain cannot process as fast. Wait a minute.
Oh, the great escape from Professor AJ. Will he make it out? 1 HP in a dream? He does!
Sit out. Now, Asian Music Man does switch over to McCree from the Pharah. I think that is definitely a better option. They use the Barrage. They're not. They are kind of getting countered with the Ashe and the Tracer. Oh, Wubs does beat Professor AJ once again.
It's a tough matchup. Don't envy that one.
Of course not.
Manowar outpacing on the Shatters. Got it up now and available. And there it goes, dropping it down. That's a 5.
That's huge. Was able to take out the Reinhardt immediately and then go after the next. Was able to get after Zoloft.
Symphonia John hits the res on Zoloft. Trying to keep Baptiste alive. Another opportunity for a bit more stall here. But it looks like Turbo Feeders with enough point presence. As long as they can kill this Reinhardt and this Tracer pretty quickly. No, starting to slowly but surely turn things around. That might not be it. No tick on the board for all of their troubles. Wubs picking up the 3K, and they clutch out the defense. Still 235 on the board, though, for the Turbo Feeders.
Plenty of time to make something happen.
Absolutely. No ults currently on the side of Man I Love Frogs, but they'll have the Shatter. They'll probably have the Bob, most likely a Pulse Bomb as well in the mix here. Right now, Window High Noon, the option from Turbo Feeders. Trying to secure that high ground, give the McCree a good angle.
I think at this point, Feeders just need to be very disciplined with their ults and make sure that they will be able to cap with time, because they have been getting held for about 2 minutes now. So
Something like that.
they do need to, if they want to turn this map, they do need to start getting, value out of their ults, but 2 ults used, no kills gained. So yeah, like I was saying, not enough, I guess, efficiency coming from the side of feeders.
Well, and that's one of the things I was going to point out, that they went for the window high noon from that elevator high ground, and I feel like it's a nice one in theory. It seems like it gives you so much angle, but there's realistically, defenders tend to want to play that back left corner anyway. So the rotation's pretty easy to break it, so you've got to buy that space. You've got to go in and take the space that you've just opened up, or else it's kind of worthless because you're probably not going to actually convert kills on it.
Or you could just do the window on point, I think.
True. You throw the high noon down to get you a little bit of space, and then window the corner. The Fat Shatter here from Sauce Boss going to clean this fight up here pretty quickly. Wilsonator and Wubs both take a little jump. Not sure what that was about. It just felt like going for a swim.
Just having fun. They're just having a good time.
Yeah, if they window the high ground, that does cut off a lot of space, or vision, that the frogs can play with. So, and then if they have like a shatter, or they pivot and get like that right side corner with like a McCree ulti, I think that's how they would be able to fight. Okay, no, not like this. This window was
a little bit short. Not going to make it onto point. No ticks to their name. Turbo Feeders are done for this one. See if they can hold it on first.
You just hate to see it.
Tough.
Yeah.
What a great stall, though, from Man I Love Frogs. I cannot believe that they didn't give up a tick on that attack.
Yeah, I mean, that first fight was massive.
Yeah, they were just able to swing the tempo in their favor, have a better ult economy, and kind of capitalize on the mistakes of feeders, and like they use the right side of whatever the the bridge on the coast side.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna call it right side.
They
Yeah,
just kinda
they were able
bumped
to
it up
use.
and coast.
Yeah, they were able to. I don't know why the feeders didn't just move and like use the wall from the mega side, because they knew that this was always going to be like the place where they wanted to hide, but instead they just kind of looked at the same angle and windowed the same angle multiple times, and like the same thing happened over and over. All they did was just go with LOS, and I don't think it was a problem of taking the space. It was a problem of there was no space to take.
Yeah, that's fair.
So they just needed to angle it on the other side, and then they could have just pushed them off the point.
Yeah. It's reasonable.
There's a very, very early lamp. First AG does kill Sauce Boss, which is a very good first pick. Wubs does get a counter on Asian music, man. This Tracer is kind of terrorizing.
They're going to be able to bunker up in that mega room, though, with the turret of Professor AJ. Going to force Wubs to have to find a new angle of attack here. Probably just lurking in the background, assuming that this fight is going to slow down for a good while here. And plenty of time to do it. Looking like they're going for the backline pick. Trying to spawn camp the Mercy. Wubs, this is dirty, Wubs! Oh no, Lunchbox DJ has no choice but to run right into it.
You being dirty. How could you? Ooh, Lunchbox not happy about it. Understandably, that was pretty dirty.
The grab
Wubs
pulse.
finding 2 with a very quick pulse bomb.
Big bang combo.
Dude, it's just
Effective.
Wubs just cleaning up alone. Wubs is like, I don't need anybody.
Wubs and Fox just having a little chat there.
A little party.
Little dance
Like,
party
hey,
on
man,
point.
you did a good job carrying, huh?
And then you come here often?
Can Toaster get their Toaster finds a really cheeky rock kill on Fox M though. And the Torbs here with the ult and the turret. Sauce Boss does find a pretty nice shatter to make up for it, but this could still be big. Ooh, one more tick does go down. Well, feeders weren't touching for a second there. Got past 66. Oh, Lunchbox going for the risky res, but it's not going to be enough, and this might be cap.
Yeah, this is going to be at one way or another, but some more time off the clock.
Yeah, and there it goes. The Music Man goes down, and now we have 4 minutes and 39 seconds for MILF to find one tick. One tick gets him there.
Not a bad start for this, though. We've seen a first point cap and then a full second point hold already once tonight. Lunchbox caught again on the
Not quite enough, though. Sauce Boss does take the kill. Probably going to be able to take Toaster up as well. And it looks like this is probably going to be game.
Hey,
Charles
Toasty.
Kind of him off there. Yeah,
Toasty slipped a pulse bomb, though. I got to give him credit where credit is due on that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, just really clean play. Especially from Wubbs and Fox, which I think we all kind of expected. But Asian Music Man pulled off the glitched Potchi? That was weird. Did that happen for anyone else?
Nope. Might have just been you.
Yeah, the highlight intro just didn't play. It was just like a black line. It's very weird.
This is a very good position angle from Asian Music Man, being able to just
40 Elans from Wubbs. Jesus Christ. Just ridiculous.
75%. Toaster even gets 4. Wow.
It's hot. We love to see it. Well, I usually love the post-game pomp and circumstance, but I'm going to have to run quick because I have a whole lot of work to get done, and I have to be up very early. But thank you for having me. GG's to everybody. Enjoy the post-game.
Good games all around, and I know this is one of the things that we tend to see the first 1, maybe 2, possibly even 3 weeks of a season, right? Is that we see these teams roll out that it does come down a little bit to just who has the best chemistry on day one. Right. This is the first time that either of these teams have seen each other. This is the first time they've played together in the organized league setting. Perhaps they've gotten in a practice or two since draft time. But when we see 2 of the highest SR DPS players in the league come up on the same team, they're just going to have a hard time figuring out the counter for it. Give a bit of time, and I think the Feeders definitely have the opportunity to take a couple of maps off of Man I Love Frogs. But tonight it's going to be the 3-0 in their favor. Blue, you got any closing thoughts for us this evening here?
Yeah, it was a really good really good match. Had a lot of back and forth, especially during like the maps, and like I said, I think if the Feeders they just need to be able to use their ults a little bit more efficiently, and I think that this match would have been so much different and much closer.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that of anything, that's what I would like to see from a team like this in that first week. Like if you're gonna get 3-0'd, get 3-0'd because you made some micro mistakes. I didn't see a lot of anything that was like crazy out of place or out of play. There was a couple of moments here or there that could be cleaned up, but like you said, the alt usage, a little bit of that team focus on who you're fighting. The counter ults that can all be fixed with a little bit of time and a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah, I mean it's like their first match. Like I literally just had a I'm playing with my team. So like not many people actually play as a team before they actually go into a match, or like they barely have any time. So it's just like it's good seeing this now so that you can identify it, and then you could improve upon it later, and then it's a good place to like work towards. So
absolutely GG's all around though. Man I Love Frogs gonna take this one home with 3-0. Turbo Feeders unable to pick up a map, but a couple of really close points. Havana and Volskaya in particular were quite a good fight. I'll be curious for sure to see what they've got in store for us in the next weeks. Coming up later this week, though, we've got another 2 different games coming at you on Thursday. It's going to be Intelligence versus the Magic Bang Bus 3. Oh, Lord, they bussin'. And our rescheduled game from Monday is going to end up being a Saturday time slot. I think it has not quite been determined which of those times particular it will be, but Arrows Angels is going to be taking on
Doctors in the Hallway. That would be my team.
Yes, indeed. So look forward to seeing some more feeding from and Co. No, I tease.
Yep.
I can't wait to see it. We actually got a little scrimmage against Arrows Angels, so you're all up for a good time. But it has been wonderful sharing the booth here tonight, Blue. Appreciate Keegan stepping into cast with us as well prior. And for all of you wonderful folks, I saw the chat really flowing tonight and a bunch of support for some of our members of the league. Appreciate y'all coming out, supporting the folks that play in this league, make it happen. And we will catch you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Don't forget, Intelligence versus Magic Bang Bus 3. Be there, be square. Otherwise, thank you for coming out. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.